Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Josh,
And I'm Barbara.
and today we're going to talk all about what mistakes you need to avoid when you're buying your home here in the Phoenix metro area. So, what are the big mistakes to avoid when buying a house? Well, that's what we're here to talk about all today.
So, we get a lot of calls, messages, and texts from people about moving to the Phoenix metro area. And honestly, we just love it. We love talking with you. We love sharing you everything that we know about the area. We've both lived here for over 30 years, so we do know the area pretty well. So, if you have any questions, what we need you to do is just reach out to us. Send us a call or give us a call, send us a text, a DM, however you want to reach out to us. We are here for you and we're here to answer all your questions.
And what we're really trying to tell you with this first one here is we understand how excited you can be, and we just don't want you to miss out on that perfect home when you do go and see it. Because a lot of times when you go into that home, you kind of know that it's just right, and you want to make a move on it right then and there. That way you don't miss out on it for whatever reason. If
Right.
someone else outbids you or gets to you first, if you want to go home and think about it. And just having the finances in order is just one more step that's going to make it easier for you to make sure you get that exact home you're looking for.
All right, so second thing that you want to do, the second issue that you want to avoid is not being prepared. So what do we mean by that? Well, if you are in a position that you want to buy a home, or maybe you need to buy a home, let's say sometime in the next 30 days, and all of a sudden you start looking and nothing's available or you're not sure where you want to be. So planning ahead is really, really critical. So what we would like to do with you is, number one, we need you to give us a call first, and then we can sit down and talk with you about all the things that you're looking for in a home. What does your ideal home look like? What area do you need to be in? And then we can set you up with a custom search so you can kind of start seeing what homes are available. So, what you like, what you don't like. That way, when you are ready to actually get out there and start looking, we have a much better idea of what it is that you're looking for, and we can help direct you so you don't waste a lot of time and energy looking at homes that just aren't going to be a good fit.
Yeah, because our goal is to make the process as easy for you as possible. So the last thing we want is for you to be going around and not sure what property you're looking for, as Barbara was saying, or where you want to be. So by looking on that stuff, even if it's on Zillow or through our searches, it just lets you see what types of homes that you would actually really enjoy. So that narrows it down. What areas you'd like to enjoy, and then also what pricing of the home that will really fit you. Because you don't quite know exactly what price you want to be at a lot of times until you see what kind of home you can get for your money.
Yeah, a lot of times what we find is people find homes on Zillow or Redfin or one of those online searches, and they reach out to us and they're so excited because they found the one. And then we look into it a little more deeply, and maybe we find out that the home is not really in the best location within the community. Maybe it backs to a busy street, or maybe it backs to high power lines, or maybe there's something weird going on with the home that just makes it not really a good fit for you. So that's why we like to get involved and help you figure out all those things. So again, when we are ready to start looking at homes, we only are looking at ones that would be a good fit for you and not wasting time with ones that just aren't going to work out for one reason or another.
Yep, so just to rehash our tips and tricks on that one is just making sure that you're going out and visiting these neighborhoods you think you might enjoy as well. Seeing them in the morning, in the evening, and night times, making sure you're liking everything that the community and the neighborhood has to offer. And just looking at the general houses either on Zillow, Redfin, or through the ones that we're providing you through our customized search that more narrows it down to what you're looking for. And that lets us just hit the ground running as soon as you're ready to get out there, so we're not wasting any of your time trying to go out and find you your perfect home. And then moving on to our number 3 mistakes that buyers make when purchasing a new home is skimping out on the home inspection or not doing it at all. So we know that in the past, over the last couple of years, the market was insane. And even during those insane markets where it's very heavily weighed over to the seller's side, we still heavily always recommend doing an inspection. Now, we know that during those times, a lot of times the sellers would not make any repairs or concessions, but getting an inspection just for your own information and your own peace of mind is so important. That way, you know everything about the home that you're going to be purchasing before you make that big decision and put all that money into it to buy that home. So, the last thing you want to find out is, oh, there's a big roof problem, or there's a crack in the slab, or bad water pressure, any little things like that that might not make living in that home an absolute dream for you. We just want to make sure that you can avoid that. And the best way is through having a good home inspection.
Absolutely. Like Josh said, during the last couple of years, we had a lot of sellers that were not offering to make repairs, and that's fine, but we just want to make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. So let's say the roof needs to be replaced. Well, if you're going to be making your offer, you got to know in advance that that's something that you're going to have to take care of, and you're going to have to want to plan for that. So it's things like that. A lot of times, the things that inspectors are going to find is stuff that is not readily visible to us as we're touring homes. So we don't know if there's plumbing issues. We don't know if there's going to be electrical issues. Maybe the air conditioner is on. It seems good, but maybe there's some leaks in the drip pan is overflowing. Things like that. So for all of those reasons, we highly recommend that we get a solid inspection done. And if the inspector comes up with some issues, that at least you know what you're getting yourself into, and then you can decide if you want to move forward with the purchase or not. A lot of times people do. They're okay with it. But just the knowing in advance, I always think is a great idea for a buyer again.
Exactly. The more information, the better. That way you have the full picture of the whole story. And the last thing we want you to have to go through is one of those big surprises going through. So once again, just for the peace of mind and just making sure you understand what you're getting into, inspection is our number 3 mistake to make sure that you do one and avoid not doing it at all.
Yep. Okay, number 5 up on our list is not factoring in all the other ancillary things about the home. So, for example, we want to make sure that the home is in a location that is going to work for you. I know during the last, couple of years when people were just trying to find any home, they got in and then they found out once they moved in that maybe it wasn't in the best location for them or their family. Maybe the commute to work was a lot longer than they wanted, or the traffic pattern in the morning, the way they had to do their commute both in and out. There was a lot of traffic that they hadn't taken into consideration. So those are all things that if you work with us, we're going to help you figure out those things in advance so that you make sure that the house is in a great location, and also the area. Does it have all the amenities that you're looking for? What else is important to you about the home? So we want to take all those things into consideration when you purchase your home.
Exactly, because just owning the home and liking the home, that's just one aspect of the entire homeowning experience. So you got to make sure, do you like the neighborhood? Do you like the general area? Is it convenience, as Barbara was saying? All those little things really come into play when you live in a home for a long period of time, because it's never just in the home and then you're forgetting about everything else around it. So we just, again, want to make sure that you are avoiding that mistake of just looking at the home and nothing else. Is again, you got to take the whole perspective of the home and the area in mind when you're searching for that ideal place. So our bonus and last thing, which is our personal most important thing that you should avoid when buying a home, is making sure you're working with the right agent. If you're on the buyer or seller side, working with the right agent will make everything that we mentioned here and many other things as well just that much easier on you. Is our goal is to make it as easy and straightforward for you as possible to buy or sell your home. Is we just want to take all that stress from you and put it on us and just make it as smooth as possible.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you're working with the agent, number one, that is making you the most important thing, you and what you need. Not an agent that's going to try and get a quick sale and, kind of force you into a property that just really isn't right for you. The other thing is you want to work with agents that know the area. They kind of know the ins and outs and, what the traffic flow is. All those kinds of things that make buying a home and home ownership a really good experience for you.
Well, hey, just want to stop you real quick here, guys. If you do like what you're hearing and you like what's coming up, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. Helps us out a lot and helps us make all this content to give you as much information as we can possibly give you.